Hi folks, I'm Arkush for ChicagoSunTimes.com here with our NFL Week 6 fantasy football preview. And we'll start with a game that's close to home, the Bears and the Falcons. Yeah, I could tell you to play Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, Julio Jones, Roddy White. We think you guys already know that. A couple guys who you might not be thinking about playing who you should. Bears quarterback Jay Cutler and Bears tight end Martellus Bennett. The Atlanta defense has really struggled. They're 29th in points allowed. The fact is that Jay Cutler, when it comes to winning and losing games in the NFL, may not be doing so well, but his fantasy numbers are pretty good. We don't see back-to-back clinkers from him, and Martellus Bennett will be the choice as the Falcons go into a four-deep shell and do their best to take away Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey. Whether that works or not, it's going to leave plenty of opportunities for Martellus Bennett. Now, another game to look at a couple of wide receivers at is the Seattle Seahawks hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Again, everybody knows about DeMarco Murray and, of course, about Marshawn Lynch for Seattle. But how about Seahawk wide receivers Jermaine Kearse and Doug Baldwin? They've actually been doing as much or more as Percy Harvin. There's no question the Cowboys are going to have to put 8 or 9 in the box with their somewhat shaky defense to try and take away Marshawn Lynch. That should leave plenty open for the number 2 and number 3 receivers on the Seattle Seahawks. There are a couple guys that we would absolutely get in your lineup. Now, the San Francisco 49ers, the offense has been up and down a little bit. They're going to go into St. Louis. A lot of people probably would play Frank Gore out of habit. We would say do that again, but get Carlos Hyde in your lineup as well. He's become the number 2 running back in San Francisco. He's getting more and more carries, and he's a guy who's going to start to see touches in the red zone. We expect big things the rest of the way out of Carlos Hyde, so both Frank Gore and Carlos Hyde should be in your lineup this weekend. Now, one more game where you want to get guys in the lineup, that'd be the Baltimore Ravens going to Tampa Bay. Running backs Justin Forsett, Lorenzo Taliaferro, wide receiver Steve Smith Sr. is having a great year. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the 30th ranked defense in the NFL. Now, they've played better in terms of keeping games close the last couple weeks, but the defense isn't stopping anybody. That running game is working for Baltimore. Bernard Pierce hasn't gotten so much done as Forsett and Taliaferro have. We think those are guys you absolutely want to play. Now, one matchup that we would avoid if at all possible, I know you were impressed last Monday night by Deshaun Jackson against Seattle, but be very careful about playing Redskins Deshaun Jackson and Alfred Morris as they go to the desert this week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals will be looking to bounce back after getting beat up in Denver. They've got issues on offense as they're still not sure at quarterback whether Carson Palmer will ever be ready. You've also got the concussion to Drew Stanton right now. The defense is going to have to carry the day. They've been playing really good defense in the desert, so be very careful with those 2 Redskins stars in your fantasy league this weekend. For all the best in fantasy information, for just the best in Chicago sports, be sure you stay right where you're at ChicagoSunTimes.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.